crazy with the heat. Bread's no good for notion salesmen.
Aboard! All aboard!
Why not? What's the matter with credit?
It's old-fashioned. Hey, Charlie, you're an anvil salesman. Your firm read credit?
No, sir.
Nor anybody else.
River City,
Cash for the merchandise. Cash for the button hooks.
Cash for the cotton goods. Cash for the hard goods.
Cash for the soft goods. Cash for the fancy goods.
Cash for the noggins and the piggins and the firkins.
Cash for the hogshead, cask and demi-jar. Cash for the crackers and the pickles and the fly paper.
Look, what do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk?
Where do you get it?
What do you talk?
You can talk, you can talk, you can bicker, you can talk, you can bicker, 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 you can talk, you can talk, you can talk, bicker, 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 you can talk all you wanted, but it's different than it was.
No it ain't, but you gotta know the territory.
It's a Model T4 made of trouble, made of people wanna go, wanna get up and go. 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 22, 23 miles to the county seat.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Who's gonna patronize a little bitty 2x4 kind of store anymore?
What do you talk? What do you talk?
Where do you get it?
Not the Model T at all. Take a gander at the store, at the modern store, at the present day store, at the present day modern departmentalized grocery store.
What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk?
Where do you get it?
What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk?
Where do you get it?
You can talk, you can bicker, you can talk, you can bicker, you can talk, bicker, bicker, bicker. You can talk all you wanted, but it's different than it was.
No it ain't, but you gotta know the territory.
Why? So you need a biscuit made of trouble. You need to put the crackers in a package. You need a biscuit in an airtight sanitary package made the cracker barrel obsolete.
Cracker Barrel went out the window with a mail pouch cut plug charmed by the stove. Changed the approach of a traveling salesman. Made it pretty hard.
No it didn't, but you gotta know the territory.
Gone.
Gone with the hogshead, cask and demi-john. Gone with the sugar barrel, pickle barrel, milk pan. Gone with the tub and the pail and the tears.
Ever meet a fella by the name of Hill?
Hill? No!
Just a minute.
Never heard of any salesman Hill.
No, he doesn't know the territory.
Doesn't know the territory.
What's the fella's line?
Never worries about his line.
Never worries about his line.
Or the cracker barrel being obsolete, or the you need a biscuit in an airtight sanitary package, or the Model T4.
Just a minute.
Never worries about his line.
Never worries about his line?
Or a doggone thing. He's just a baby bell ringing, big hall great go, necker nothing, rip roaring every time bullseye salesman. That's Professor Harold Hill.
Tell us, what's his line? What's his line?
He's a fake and he doesn't know the territory.
Look, what do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk?
He's a music man.
He's a what? He's a what?
He's a music man, and he sells clarinets to the kids in the town with the big trombones and the rat-a-tat drums and the big brass bass. And the piccolo, the uniforms too, with the shiny gold braid on the coat, with the big red stripe running
Well,
down.
I don't know much about bands, but I do know you can't make a living selling big trombones. No, sir. Mandolin picks perhaps, and here and there Jew's heart.
No, the fellow sells bands, boys bands. I don't know how he does it, but he lives like a king, and he dallies and he gathers and he flips and he shines. When the man dances, certainly, boys, what else? The piper pays him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When the man dances, certainly, boys, what else? The piper pays him. Yes,
Sir. Yes, sir. But he doesn't know the territory.
River City, across the state line into Iowa. River City, population 2,212. Cigarettes illegal in this state. Board.
Alright, if you're all through, I'll tell you about this fella Hill.
You really know Harold Hill?
Never seen him in my life, but I can tell you this much. He's given every one of us a black eye. After he works a town over, the next salesman to arrive gets immediately tarred and feathered and rode out to the city limits on a rail. You think that's funny? Wait till it happens to you. Your hair never grows back.
But why should you get rode out on a rail?
Because in order to sell band instruments and uniforms and instruction books, he has to guarantee to teach the kids to play.
Well?
And to form them kids into a band, with himself as the leader.
What's wrong with that?
He don't know one note from another. That's what's wrong with that. He can't tell a pop organ from a bass drum. I'll catch up with that swindling two-bit thimble, and when I do, I'll squeeze
Wow! Charlie, you're mad. Sure like to be around when you catch up with that fella.
Won't be on this trip, not in Iowa. Even the great Professor Harold Hill wouldn't try to sell them neckbone Hawkeyes out here.
Port!
Gentlemen, you intrigue me. I think I'll have to give Iowa a try.
Don't think I caught your name.
Yes. I'm interested in a rig for Sunday. If you could accommodate me.
Then I expect you'll see the man in charge of hiring rigs. Who is late as usual?
Hey, Gregory! Marcellus! You old son of a gun, what is it? But Greg, the name's Hill. Harold Hill. But Greg, what are you doing here? Why didn't you let me know you was coming? I didn't know I was myself. Besides, how did I know you'd end up in a little tank town like this? You're a pretty big slicker back in business with me.
Too many close shaves the way you work. Besides, I got me a nice, comfortable girl. And from top of my boss's knees.
Gone legitimate, huh? I knew you'd come to no good.
So what's the new pitch? You're not back in the band business. I heard you was in steam automobiles.
I was.
What happened?
Somebody actually invented one.
No.
Now, give me the lowdown here, Mars.
You never get anywhere in the band business with these stubborn irons, Reg. Besides, we got a stuck-up music teacher here who'll expose you before you get your grip unpacked.
Male or female?
The music teacher? She's the librarian. Female.
Perfect. That's what I wanted to hear. If she passes by, point her out to me.
I will. Now, are you going to start the pitch?
Same old way. Keep that music teacher off balance, and then get your town out of the serious trouble it's in.
River City is not in any trouble.
Then I'll have to create something. I'll have to create a desperate need for a boys' band. You remember? Now, what's new? What can I use around here?
Nothing. Except the billiards parlor just put in a new pool table.
Never had a pool table before?
Nope. Only billiards.
All right, that'll do. See you later, Morse. And don't forget, music teacher.
Music teacher.
Are you Mr. Dunlop?
Yep.
Either you're closing your eyes to a situation you do not wish to acknowledge, or you're not aware of the caliber of disaster indicated by the presence of a pool table in your community. Well, you got trouble, my friend. Right here, say trouble right here in River City. Why, sure, I'm a billiard player, so mighty proud to say it, I'm always mighty proud to say it. I consider that the hours I spend with the cue in my hand are golden. Love cultivate horse sense, and a cool head, and a keen eye. Did you ever take a try to leave an ironclad leave to yourself from the 3-rail billiard shot? But just as I say judgment, brains, and maturity to scoring a buck like game, I say they need boo. Can take and shove a ball in a pocket, and I call that sloth. First big steps on the road to the depths of degradation. Say first, medicinal wine from a teaspoon, then beer from a bottle. And the next thing you know, your son is playing for money in a pinch black suit. And listen, his son big out of town Jasper, here to tell about horse race gambling. Not a wholesome trot race, no, but a race where they sit down right on the horse. Like see some suck-up jockey boy sitting on day and pat, make a blood boil, well I should say. Now friends, let me tell you what I mean. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets to the table. Pocket that's marked the difference between a gentleman and a bum with a capital B that rhymes with P that stands for pool. And all week long your River City youth to be fritter away, and say your young men will be frittering. Fritter away, their noontime, supper time, chore time too. Get the ball in the pocket, never mind getting damn lights full, or the screen door packed with the beefsteak pounded. Never mind pumping any water to your parents caught with a cistern empty on Saturday night, and that's trouble. Yes, you got lots and lots of trouble. I'm thinking with the kids with a knickerbocker shirt tail youngs, peek in the pool hall one day after school, you got trouble, folks. Right here in River City. Trouble with a capital T that rhymes with P that stands for pool. Now I know all you folks are the right kind of parents. I'm gonna be perfectly frank. Would you like to know what kind of conversation goes on with a loafing around that hall? They be chowing out Pivo, chowing out cubits, chowing out tailor-mades like cigarette beans, and bragging all about how they're gonna cover up a telltale breath with sense. And one fine night, they leave the pool hall, headed for the dance of the armored libertine men and scarlet women and ragtime. Shameless music that'll grab your son, your daughter with the arms of the jungle, animal instinct, mass staring. Friends, the idle rain is the devil's playground. Trouble. Right here in River City. The capital T that rhymes with P that stands for pool. We surely got trouble. Right here in River City. Gotta figure out a way to keep the young ones moral after school. Mothers of River City, heed the warning for it's too late. Watch for the telltale signs of corruption. The moment your son leaves the house, does he rebuckle his knickerbockers below the knee? Is there nicotine stain on his index finger? A dime novel in the corn crib? Is he starting to memorize jokes from Captain Billy's whiz bang? Are certain words creeping into his conversation? Words like swell, aha, what's up, your old man? Well, so my friends, got trouble, right here in River City, with a capital T that rhymes with P that stands for pool. We surely got trouble, right here in River City. Remember the name, Plymouth Rock and the Golden Rule. Oh, we're in trouble. We're in terrible, terrible trouble. And a game with a 15 numbered ball is a devil's tool. Oh yes, we got trouble, trouble, trouble. Oh yes, we got trouble here. We got big trouble. With a T that rhymes with P that stands for pool. Remember my friends, we only got this wipe up once.
her.
Yes, Mama. Keep on, Amaryllis. He'll be there in a minute. Fine, dear. Now your exercises.
Yes, ma'am. I don't remember the library being open last 4th of July.
It was, Mama, all evening. Mama, a strange man with a suitcase has been following me all over town.
Oh, who?
Well, I never saw him before.
Did he say anything?
He tried.
Did you say anything?
Oh, Mama, of course not. Now don't dawdle, Amaryllis. So do-la-re-ti me a little slower, and please keep your fingers curved as nice and tight as you possibly can. Don't get faster, dear.
If you don't mind my saying so, it wouldn't have hurt you to find out what the gentleman wanted.
Oh, I know what the gentleman wanted.
What, dear?
You'll find it in Balzac.
Excuse me for living, but I've never read it.
Neither has anyone else in this town.
There you go again with that same old comment about the low mentality of River City people and taking it all too much to heart.
Now, Mama, as long as the Madison Public Library was entrusted to me for the purpose of improving River City's cultural level, I can't have my concern that the ladies of River City keep ignoring all my counsel and advice.
But, darling, when a woman has a husband and you've got none, why should she take advice from you? Even if you can quote Balzac and Shakespeare and all the other highfalutin Greeks.
Mama, if you don't mind my saying so, you have a bad habit of changing every subject.
No, I haven't changed the subject. I was talking about that stranger. The suitcase who may be your very last chance.
Mama, do you think that I allow a common master? Now, really, Mama, I have my standards where men are concerned, and I have no intention.
I know all about your standards, and if you don't mind my saying so, there's not a man alive who could hope to measure up to the blend of Paul Bunyan, St. Patty, Noah Webster you've concocted for yourself out of your Irish imagination, your Irish stubbornness, and your library full of books.
Well, that isn't the best I ever heard.
Thank you. Can I have a drink, please?
May I?
May I have a drink, please?
Yes, dear.
Winthrop, it's after dark. Is that a way to walk into the house?
Hello.
That won't do at all. I'll have a kiss from my boy. The lady over there is your sister, young man. Hello, Winthrop. Winthrop, where's your manners?
I'm having a party on Saturday. Will you please come? I would especially like it very much if you'd come. Winthrop?
Well, Winthrop, Amaryllis asked you to her party. Are you going or aren't you?
No.
No. What?
No, thank you.
You know the little girl's name.
He won't say Amaryllis because of the S, because of his lisp. He's ashamed.
We know all about his lisp, Amaryllis. Well, Winthrop?
I'll bet he won't say it.
Oh, thank you, Amaryllis.
Amaryllis, Amaryllis. He's crying. Why does he get so mad at people just because he lisps?
It's not only because he lisps, Amaryllis, that's just a part of it.
What's the other part?
Oh, never mind, dear. It's just that he never talks very much.
Not even to you and your mother?
No, dear, we all have to be a little patient.
I'm patient, even though he doesn't ever talk to me. But I do him. Every night, I say goodnight to him on the evening star. But you have to do it the very second you see it too, or it doesn't count. Good night, my Winthrop. Good night. Sleep tight.
Oh, darling, don't cry. You have plenty of time. If not Winthrop, there'll be someone else.
Never. I'll end up an old maid like you. I'm sorry, Miss Marion. Can I play my crosshand, please?
May I?
May I play my crosshand piece?
Yes, dear.
See, without a sweetheart, you have no one to say goodnight to on the Evening Star.
I know, Amaryllis. For the time being, say goodnight, my someone. You can put the name in when the right someone comes along.
All right, it's better than nothing.
Yes, it is. Now you can play your crosshand piece.
Now I may play my crosshand piece.
City, I welcome you, river citizens, to the annual 4th of July exercises set for the indoors here at Madison Gymnasium. Account for the weather. The members of the school board will now present a patriotic tableau. The members of the school board will not be presenting a patriotic tableau. Some disagreement about costumes, I suppose. Instead, the Watanyi girls of the local wigwam of Hiawatha will present a spectacle, my wife. in which my wife, Eulalie McCackney, will take a leading role.
I shall now count to 20 in the Indian tongue. Aim, tame, t'other, feather, fifth. I've been shot! George, you shot me!
Who's that firecracker?
Help me, Otherwise! What's Tommy Cheeklin?
No,
Tommy Jealous? I wouldn't leave if I was you.
Mission! We're recovered. No thanks to a certain young ruffian who's a disgrace to our city. 4 and... The Payne's fireworks spectacle, last days of Pompeii, will take place providing the rain stops by 9:30. It'll be out to Madison Picnic Park in the far meadow across the creek from the pest house.
How can it be raining? Didn't the Gazette predict fair?
Sure did, Ur. That's why we're prepared for a storm.
Oh, the Gazette's accurate most of the time. You know it, JC.
Yeah, it won't last long in the bacon business being accurate most of the time.
Now, just a minute. There's an order here. Order! Order!
Remember, it's late again.
I make her early.
She's late, all right.
She's right on time. What's the matter with yours watch?
Oh, you meddle with your watch. Lord, stop bickering in public. Never mind. 4 score.
We heard there's a new pool table in town.
Now, just a minute.
Is it a full table or isn't it?
Will you allow me to get on with the exercises?
Come on, any more exercises until we get this pool table matter settled.
Let's protect our children. Resist sin and corruption. Smite that devil and keep our young boys pure. Friends, may I have your attention, please? Attention, please. I can deal with this trouble, friends, with the wave of my hand, this very hand. Please observe me, if you will. I'm Professor Harold Hill, and I'm here to organize the River City Boys Band. Oh, think, my friends, how could any pool table ever hope to compete with a gold trombone? Wow, 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 wow. Remember, my friends, what a handful of trumpet players did to the famous fabled walls of Jericho. Oh, billiard parlor walls come tumbling down. Oh, a band can do it, my friends. Oh, yes, I mean a boys band. Do you hear me? I say River City gotta have a boys band, and I mean she needs it today. Well, Professor Harold Hill's on hand, and River City gonna have her boys band. As sure as the Lord made little green apples, that band's gonna be in uniform. Johnny, Willie, Teddy, Fred. And you'll see the glitter of the crashing cymbals. You'll hear the thunder of the rolling drums, the shimmer of trumpets, ta-ta-da! And you'll feel something akin to the electric thrill I once enjoyed when Gilmore, Liberati, Pat Conway, the great creator, W.C. Handy, and John Philip Sousa all came to town on the very same historic day. "76 trombones led the big parade, with 110 cornets close at hand. They're followed by rows and rows of the finest virtuosos, the cream of every famous band. 76 trombones caught the morning sun, with 110 cornets right behind. There are more than 1,000 reeds springing up like weeds. There were horns of every shape and kind. There were copper-bottom, timpani, and horse platoons, thundering, thundering all along the way. Double bell euphoniums and big bassoons, each bassoon having its big fat say. There were were 50 mounted cannons in the battery, thundering, thundering louder than before. Clarinets of every size and trumpeters who'd improvise a whole octave higher than the score.
Thank you, Professor. Have to make an example of him. He's the leader, you know. What he does, the gang does.
Steely Clyde, let me go.
You wild kid, ya! Hanging around my oldest girl. His father's one of them day laborers south of town. You wild kid, ya! Tagging down Main Street after my oldest girl last Sunday.
I wasn't either tagging.
Don't you contradict me!
We was just walking together, I swear.
You watch your phraseology. Get along if you want to. I have to talk to Harold here. Harold, I'll talk to you Monday morning about this band thing. Over to City Hall, 10 o'clock, sharp. Man? I want that spellbinder's credentials.
Don't worry, Constable. I'll be responsible for the boy.
You don't know this kid. He's tough, and he's got his gang waiting outside.
No, I'll be careful. Tommy, I'd like to talk to you about the band.
Ah, gee, Professor, that's for the little kids.
I'm not talking about you playing in the band. You're mechanically minded, aren't you? Ever do anything with perpetual motion?
You almost had a couple times.
You did? You're my man. Do you realize nobody has invented a music holder for a marching piccolo player? No place to hold the music.
Steely Clyde, I wonder where I could get some wire from.
Look in your cellar. That's where people usually keep wire.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Tommy? Pay attention, Constable. I'll show you how to break up a gang. Ma'am? Miss? What's your name?
Zanita, I didn't have any idea you was beckoning to me.
Do you know Tommy Gilas?
Well, like...
Tommy, this is Anita. Escort the young lady home.
Only excepting I'm not going home. I have to go to the library. Be gods.
Then escort the young lady home by the means of the library. By the means of the candy kitchen.
Yes, sir. Do I have to?
You have to.
Yes, sir.
Be gods.
Professor, you're a bright young fellow. You made a couple of mistakes, though.
Oh?
The mayor happens to own the billiard parlor. That and the new pool table.
Oh. I see. Well, what was my other mistake?
That's Anita. She's the mayor's oldest girl.
I see.
Excuse me, Professor. We like to have your credentials.
Academic school board.
Nothing of the kind.
Make him put up a bond.
Hold on. What is this I'm hearing? Say, ice cream.
Ice cream? But I don't sing, young man.
Fine. Talk then. Down here.
Ice cream.
Talk slow.
Ice cream.
See? Sing, it's always the same talking. Now you.
Ice cream.
Now you. Now you, sir.
Ice cream.
Ladies, from now on, you'll never see one of those men without the other three.
Oh, Professor, that's where you're wrong. Those men have hated each other for over 15 years.
Ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream.
conventions confuse me, dear. Puzzle and mystify, tell me what can be fair in farewell, dear, while one single star shines above. How can there be any sin insincere? Aren't we sincerely in love? Oh, we're in love.
Don't suppose you live alone or anything?
No.
I've got some wonderful caramels over my hotel if you wouldn't mind.
Mr. Hill.
Professor Hill.
Professor of what? At what college did they give a degree for knowing women on the street like a Saturday night rowdy at a public dance hall?
Oh, I wouldn't know anything about that. I'm a conservatory man myself. Gary, Indiana. Gold medal class of '05.
Even should that be true, does it give you right to follow me around wherever I go? Another thing, Mr. Hill, I'm not as easily mesmerized or hoodwinked as some people in this town, and I feel it only fair to warn you I have a shelf full of reference books in there, which may very well give me some interesting information about you.
Women.
Hey, Greg!
Oh, hi, Marcellus.
How'd you make out with the music teacher?
Scrumptious. Ate out my hand the minute I tipped my hat.
Oh, she did! Boy, did you cut a swat tonight. For a second even, I thought you knew something about leading a band. Just like when you used to imitate that band concert fellow back in Joplin.
Yeah. I'm in rare form these days, son. Just keep your eyes on me for the next 4 weeks.
4 weeks? But it only used to take 10 days for the instruments to arrive.
It still does, but it takes 4 weeks for the band uniforms.
Oh no, Greg, you haven't added uniforms?
Uniforms and instruction books.
Instruction books? But you can't pass yourself off as a music teacher, not for any 4 weeks.
Mars.
But you don't know one note from another.
I have come up with a revolutionary new method called the Think System, where you don't have to even bother with any notes.
But Greg, in 4 weeks, the people will want to hear the music. You'll have to lead a band.
When the uniforms arrive, they'll forget everything else, at least long enough for me to collect and leave. Oh, this is a refined operation, son. I've got it timed right down to the last wave of the brakeman's hand on last train out of town. Now, Mr. Washburn, if you'll excuse me.
You gonna line yourself up a little canoodling, huh?
Well,
say, I could hook you up with that little sister, lovely girl who teaches Sunday school.
No wide-eyed, eager, wholesome, innocent Sunday school teacher for me. That kind of girl spins webs, no spider ever. Listen, boy. A woman who trades on all that purity merely wants to trade my independence for her security. The only affirmative she will file refers to marching down the aisle. No golden, glorious, gleaming, pristine goddess. No, sir, for no Diana do I play fawn. I can tell you that right now. I snarl, I hiss. How could ignorance be compared to bliss? I spark, I fizz. For the lady who knows what time it is, I cheer, I rave. For the virtue I'm too late to save. The sadder but wiser girl for me. No bright-eyed, brushing, breathless baby doll baby. No, sir, that kind of child ties knots no sailor ever knew. I prefer to take a chance on a more adult romance. No dewy young miss who keeps resisting all the time she keeps insisting. No wide-eyed, wholesome, innocent female. No, sir, why she's a fisherman, I'm the fish you see. I flinch, I shy, when the last of the delicate air goes by. I smile, I grin, when the gal with a touch of sin walks in. I hope, I pray, for Hester to win just one more A. The sadder but wiser girl's the girl for me. The sadder but wiser girl for me.
Simply a god.
On the KB.
We're all just so excited about the boys' band. I'm Ethel Toppelmeyer, the pianola girl.
And this is Mrs. Squires and Mrs. Hicks. And of course you've met Eulalie McKechnie Shin, our mayor's wife. Oh, isn't it exciting, Eulalie?
Oh, I couldn't say. Oh no, I could not say. I simply could not say at this time. My husband will wish to investigate, I'm sure. And naturally, I'm reticent. Oh yes,
I'm reticent.
Of course, Mrs. Shin, I understand. But you see, part of my music plan includes a committee for the... No, wait, do that again. The way you raised your leg just now.
I have a bunion.
Oh, what grace, what natural flow of rhythm, what expression of line and movement.
Mr. Hill.
You must accept the chairmanship for the ladies' auxiliary for the classic dance. Mustn't you, ladies?
Oh, yes.
Every move you make bespeaks Delsont. Will you, say yes, Mrs. Shin?
Eulalie McCackney Shin? Why, that is dancing.
Then you accept.
Yes, indeed. And I would like to say...
Thank you. Now, the young lady who plays the piano, Marion Peru, I believe. After all, she is a librarian.
Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheep, 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 talk a lot, pick a little more, pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheep, 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 talk a lot, pick a little more, pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheep, 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 talk a lot, pick a little more, pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheep, 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 cheep. Professor, her kind of woman doesn't belong on any committee. Of course, I shouldn't tell you this, but she advocates dirty books.
Dirty books.
Chaucer. Cheep, 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 talk a lot, pick a little more, pick a little, Zach. Cheep, 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 cheep. And the worst thing, of course, I shouldn't tell you this, but I'll tell. Pick a little, talk a little, cheep, 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 let me tell. Stop. I'll tell. She made brazen overtures to a man who never had a friend in this town till she came here. Old Miser Madison.
Miser Madison? Like Madison Gymnasium, Madison Picnic Park, Madison Hospital? That Miser Madison?
Exactly. Who do you think he was anyway?
Well, I should say, show off. Gave the town a library too, didn't he?
That's just it. When he died, he left the library to the city.
But he left all the books to her. She was seen going and coming from his place.
Oh yes, that woman made brazen overtures with a guilt-edge guarantee. She had a golden flint in her eye with a silver voice and a counterfeit ring. Just melt her down and you'll reveal a woman's lead as cold as steel here, what a woman's heart should be. He left River City, the library building, but he left all the books to her. Chaucer, Rabelais, Balzac.
Of course, I'm just what you want. Come with me. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. We're going to leave you now. Farewell, ladies. Farewell, ladies. Farewell, ladies. We're going to leave you now. It's okay. I know everything and it doesn't make any difference.
What are you talking
You were probably very young. Anyone can make a mistake.
What?
No apologies, no explanation, please. I'll only be in town for a short while and the sadder but wiser girl for me.
Will you please make your selection and leave?
I have.
Well, what are you taking out?
The librarian. Shh.
Quiet, please.
The librarian. You're not listening, Mary. Look, Marion. Marbles. 6 Steelies, 8 Aggies, a dozen Pee-wees, and 1 big lassie with American flag in the middle. I think I'll drop one.
No!
Shh. Madam Librarian. Oh, what can I do, my dear, to make it clear? I love you madly, madly, Madam Librarian. Marion, heaven help us if the library caught on fire and the volunteer hall's brigademan had to whisper the news to Marion. Madam Librarian. What can I say, my dear, to catch your ear? I need you badly, badly, Madam Librarian. Marian, if I stumble and I bust my whatchamacallit, I could lie on your floor unnoticed till my body had turned to carrion. Madam Librarian. Now in the moonlight, a man could sing it. In the moonlight, and a fellow would know that his darling had heard every word of his song with the moonlight helping along. But when I try in here to tell you, dear, I love you madly, madly, Madam Librarian. Marian, it's a long lost cause I could never win, for the civilized world accepts as unforgivable sin any talking out loud with any librarian, such as Marian. Madam Librarian. As unforgivable sin, and he talking out loud with any librarian, such as Marian. Ladies' dance committee meets Tuesday nights at the high school. Madam Librarian. Marshmallow. Looks like we had a pretty good morning. 11 sales out of 12 tries. Tell you what, Tommy? It's almost noon. Why don't you go home and get some dinner? I'll try a couple myself.
Gee, bye. Thanks, Professor.
Thanks, Tommy. Why, no, Mayor Shin. I'm collecting doorbells. You see, this particular specimen includes unusual...
Flattery will not avail you. Soliciting is statutory in this county. Malfeasance without a permit. Why haven't you been down to City Hall with your references?
Just missed you. Oh no, Mr. Mayor, your hand.
What?
The split. It's hereditary.
Oh, it is. What does that mean?
It means that your son's little finger is perfectly situated to operate the spit valve and the B-flat flugelhorn.
Is that good?
Good? It means that America has the last producing artist who can flugle the minute waltz in just 50 seconds.
How can I get one of those horns?
Sign here, Mr. Mayor. That'll be $17 import fee.
Yes, sir. And to just think, I could have missed this hole. I haven't got any sun. You unscrupulous flew-by-night, you unflipulous. You be down to City Hall with your bygone papers at 3 o'clock.
You mean this afternoon?
I couldn't be plainer if I was a Quaker on his day off.
Ah, Miss Prue, do you realize you have the facial characteristics of a cornet virtuoso?
I don't know if I understand you entirely, Professor.
If your son has those same splendid cheek muscles and that jawline, by George. Not that he could be great, you understand.
Oh, is that so? And in the name of St. Bridget, why not?
Well, you see, all the famous cornet players were Irish. O'Clark, O'Mendez, O'Phipps.
But, Professor, we are Irish.
No, really, that clinches it. Sign here, Miss Prue. Your boy was born to play the cornet. And nothing more due until delivery. And I'll need the boy's measurements for his band uniform.
His uniform?
Why, of course. Hello, son. His uniform, and nothing due until delivery, which gives him 4 weeks to imagine, to anticipate, at no cost whatsoever. Never allow the demands of tomorrow to interfere with the pleasures and excitement of today.
Would it have
a stripe? What do you think about a red, white stripe on each side?
You'll have to excuse Winthrop, Professor. We cannot get him to say 3 words a day, even to us. And if you get him to play in the band, he'll have St. Michael's own way with you. But if anyone can do it, I'll bet you can. Out of a crowd, I'd pick you for a hot-carrying, clay-pipe-smoking, shamrock-wearing, harp-playing, tennis-hole minstrel-singing Irishman. Be gobbin' be jabbers. Where are you from, me boy?
Gary, Indiana.
I knew. Where did you say?
Gary, Indiana. In fact, Gary Conservatory was my alma mater.
Was she now?
How do you do, Miss Prue?
How do you do, Mr. Hill?
Peru. I knew the name sounded familiar. I've tried to see you since the other night.
He wants to put Winthrop in the band.
Oh, we're not interested, Mama.
Oh, but Marion, the boy might have his father's musical gift.
Your husband
He does have my jaw, you know.
Your husband musical? Well, I'd like to have a talk with him.
Do you burst in on everyone's home like this, prying into personal affairs? We're not interested.
Marion.
Well, that's 1 for and 1 against. Why don't we have the boy's father decide?
The boy's father is dead. Anything else?
Oh. I'm sorry. But that should be all the more reason why I should have something.
My brother is a 10-year-old problem child who can't understand why his father was taken away. Would you care to explain that to him? He's been brooding about it for 2 years. And as for your musical tricks, why don't you go into business with a nice carnival man who sells gold-painted watches and glass diamond rings?
Musical tricks? Now, Miss Prue, I get a feeling she likes the idea. Oh, cautious perhaps, but I admire that in a woman. Just keep me alive and I'll be later back in the week.
Oh, 1 moment. About the boy's measurements. I make all his clothes. Sleeve 21, waist 18, crouch 14.
Fine, that's all I need. I must get back to my hotel room.
Oh, Professor Hill! I do hope you'll excuse Marion. She's not really...
Miss Prue, at heart, I bet she's as lovely as yourself. Now I must get back to my hotel room. Good day to you, Widow Prue.
Has he gone?
He has, and I hope not forever. Darling, don't you ever think of your future? Gary, conservation class of 05. Now, darling!
Now, Mama! Surely a girl's future does not depend on encouraging every fast-talking, self-centered, woman-chasing traveling man who comes to town. And the fact that he claims his commodity is music does not, in this particular case, impress me.
All right, darling, all right. Only it's a well-known principle that if you keep the flint in one drawer and the steel in another, you'll never strike much of a fire.
Oh, Mama! Winthrop. Winthrop, I know you're there. Hello, dear. Will you please go to the library and ask Miss Grubbs to give you the book I set aside? It's the Indiana State Journal, a large brown volume with black corners.
Do I have to?
You won't have to talk to me when I've written it all down. Thank you, dear.
Now, what are you up to? Why do you need books at this time of night?
I have a feeling the Indiana Journal might help me poke some large holes in the professor's claims.
Well, I give up. At your age, if you don't mind my asking, what kind of white knight are you expecting to come riding along?
Well, I'm not waiting for Luther Griner, who backs me into the ancient history shelf every time he comes to the library.
He does?
Or Ed Gammage in that buggy of his with the removable back seat. But I'm not looking for a white and shining armor either. My white knight, not a Lancelot, nor an angel with wings, just someone to love me, who is not ashamed of a few nice things. My white knight, what my heart would say if it only knew how. Please, dear Venus, show me love. All I want is a plain man. All I want is a modest man, a quiet man, a gentleman, a straightforward and honest man to sit with me in a cottage somewhere in the state of Iowa, and I would like him to be more interested in me than he is in himself, and more interested in us than in me. And if occasionally he'd ponder what makes Shakespeare and Beethoven great, him I could love till I die. Him I could love till I die. My white knight, not a Lancelot, nor an angel with wings, just someone to love me, who is not ashamed of a few nice things. My white knight, let me walk with him where the others ride by. Walk and love him till I die. Till I die.
Zanita! Hey, Zanita!
Tommy, Papa and Mama are right there in the bank. Eat guts!
All right, then meet me after supper.
I can't. It's Epworth League night. Meet you where?
The footbridge?
You see, isn't that just what I said? Last time the lumberyard, and now the footbridge. And where will you meet me after that? The Black Hole of Calcutta? Eat guts!
I only want to show you my invention.
What invention?
My music holder for a marching piccolo player. It still has a couple minor flaws. See, when you hold it tight enough to keep the music steady, you cut off circulation and can't wiggle your fingers. Meanwhile, you could go blind.
Tommy, it's Papa.
Now, was that the very first thing I said or not?
Yes, George.
Yes, the very first thing I said, or I'll hay with the horse. Get that man's credentials, I said, morning of July 4th, 1912. And now look, my wife is off dancing at the dinner hours instead of in the home.
But George!
The school board is singing up street and down alley instead of tending to city matters. My oldest girl's off boodling with some wild kid. And my business has fallen off so far, I can't find the balance sheet.
Mayor Shin, I found something very interesting in this book about Professor Hill's alma mater.
His who?
His university.
I know all about that. In fact, it's the only thing I can get out of him. You're a conservatory, class at 5.
Well, if you'll just take a second to read about the conservatory, you won't have to look much further. It's on page...
Papa! The Wells Fargo wagon's just coming up from the depot!
Wells Fargo wagon? I like the story, but this hour of day is nonsense. The Wells Fargo wagon?
It could be the band instruments!
The band instruments?
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the street. Oh, please let it be for me. Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the street. I wish I knew what it could be. I got a box of maple sugar on my birthday. And once I got a broom that you know. And once I got some grapefruit from Tampa.
Come to war, send me a bathtub and a crosscut song.
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down. Is it a pre-big surprise or COD? It could be curtain or dishes or a novel or it could be. Yes, it could be. Yes, you're right. It surely could be something very, very special now. Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the street. Oh, don't let it pass my door. Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the street. I wish I knew what he was coming for.
The DAR have sent a cannon for the courthouse square.
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the street. Oh, please let it be. It could be something for someone who has no relation, but it could be something special just for me.
Don't you dare to make a stop until you stop for me.
Here you go, Winthrop.
My cornet, these things, Professor.
Men, you will each receive individual instruction in due course. In the meantime, stay off the streets, get acquainted with your instruments, and think in the minuet of G. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. La-di-da, la-di-da. Thanks, Tommy.
Sister, isn't this the most scrumptious thing we've ever saw? I never thought I'd ever seen anything so scrumptious as a scrumptious soluble thing. Oh, sister.
I've one for you, Mr. Hill. I better hear some by-God tootin' of them horns, and pretty soon I'll see you in front of the grand jury over the county seat. Now, Miss Marion, about that book.
Come, George, Tempest Fugates.
You watch your phraseology. Get along if you want to. I've got to get something from the librarian. Now, about that book.
The ladies' dance committee meets Tuesday nights at the high school.